Hey, Merry Christmas. This is Steve Hammond, and I am coming to you on Christmas Day. This is a little tradition that our family started some years ago. Uh, most every year we will spend Christmas doing the typical morning stuff, and then we will take a personal retreat. And I am at a place called Leone Hall Price Park off of on Stylesboro Road in Kennesaw, and it's beautiful. It's all level, very easy for walking around, and very pleasant. I hear some birds and as well as traffic and stuff like that. But there are some good traveling or hiking paths. So this is a time of meditation, and I wanted to um, let you know, as I've been meditating on this past year, 2018, and looking ahead for 2019, the Lord has impressed on me something that I've known a long time. It's the idea of gratitude. I've shared this with some of my clients in the counseling room, as well as devotionals at other times, maybe with men's group or something. But the idea of gratitude, not only being a warm, fuzzy thing of going around a Thanksgiving table and saying what you're thankful for, but gratitude is also a powerful weapon against the enemy of our souls. When we are grateful, when we practice and think about the things that have come our way because of God's grace, God's mercy, human blessing, any of those things, our attitude of gratitude. I know I'm borrowing that from some preacher somewhere, um, but that attitude is a good one for keeping our own thought life, our own uh, our own actions, behaviors, thoughts, beliefs in a better, healthier place. So I'm reminded of that. But this year, or at this time, the Lord has been impressing on me a second word, a similar word, but a second word to come alongside that. And I want to focus on that, especially as we go into the next year. And that's the word content or contentment. So I did a little study in a U version to see what passages of Scripture come up, and there are some interesting ones that pop out there. But probably the one I was thinking of immediately, and is probably the best known, is from Philippians 4. And Philippians is a book that Paul wrote basically as a missionary thank you letter to the Philippians who were supporting him. So in this part, he talks about rejoicing in the Lord greatly that now at length you, the Philippians, have revived your concern for me. You were indeed concerned for me, Paul says, but you had no opportunity. Not that I am speaking of being in need, for I have learned in whatever situation I am to be content. And that's the first time I read that little part from the ESV. Not as though he's arrived, but that he knows that's what he needs to do. That I have learned in whatever situation I am to be content, instead of, I think maybe the King James makes it sound like I have learned how to be content in everything. Anyway, verse 12, I know how to be brought low, and I know how to abound. In any and every circumstance, I have learned the secret of facing plenty and hunger, abundance and need. And here's verse 13, the one that gets quoted probably by every Christian athlete as they qualify for the Olympics or have won a medal. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. And so I kind of want to correct the impression that we get when we hear that verse, and instead of I set out to achieve something, and by golly, Christ made it so I could win this medal or something like that. No, in this context, what Paul is learning how to do is to be content in plenty, that is abundance, or in scarcity, need, being brought low. And I don't know what 2019 will be for me or for our family. This may be a test in prosperity. This might be a test in scarcity. But either way, learning contentment is one of the things the Lord wants me to focus on. So that, along with gratitude, I also am aware that the Lord is wanting to do this not just in, say, thinking of it financially, but in terms of relationships. If things are high or low, close or distant, happy, challenging, to consciously practice gratitude and contentment, and to see whichever way it swings as that's where God is with me in the moment. God with me. Now that sounds like Christmas type of language with Emmanuel, God with us. So as you perceive God speaking to you in this time of your life and in this season, especially during Christmas, add those two words into the mix: contentment and gratitude. Blessings to you.